allihopa! Today, as you can see, I am not doing a regular vlog. Instead, I am doing my 3-month postpartum update. And I actually did my last update at 3 weeks. So yeah, I have some updates. As you can see behind me, Theo is right there in his little swing, and he usually just likes to be there for a few minutes at a time. So at some point in this video, I'm sure that he's going to join us. But for now, it's just you and me. And we're going to start off with the kind of like uncomfortable TMI stuff first and just get that out of the way. So first off, vaginal discharge, which you get after having a baby. I talked about that in my last update. Oh, by the way, I'm going to link the update in the card wherever it is. I think it's up there, but you never know. But yeah, I talked about that and still having it, and then it went away within like a week. So at around 4 weeks I stopped having to use like pads and stuff. I feel like I had it a lot longer, or at least like a few more weeks with Tyrion, so that was nice that it went away. And then also I think I talked about my constipation and just having troubles going to the bathroom, and that went on for quite some time. And I eventually realized that it wasn't just constipation. The reason that I was in so much pain, which I didn't really talk about at that time because it was very raw, was that I had either hemorrhoids or anal cracks, I think it's called, and I think it's the latter that I had. And it kind of like it was fine as long as I took pills to like stool softeners. And the moment I stopped taking them, because you're only allowed to take them for a week or so, the pain came back, and it was very hard. And that was definitely the most like persistent postpartum symptom, I guess, that I had for this pregnancy. And it was the worst one as well, because it was so painful, and it just brings up so much anxiety, because when you go to the bathroom, it's painful and not fun. And when you don't go to the bathroom, you're constantly like thinking about it and worrying about the next time you have to go. So yeah, that was not fun. And it went away, or like got a lot better maybe 3 weeks ago. And at this point, I can basically go to the bathroom without having to worry. Okay, and then for the breasts and the nursing, I said in my last update that I was pretty content that we were that nursing was fine and working, and it was, but it has definitely gotten better and better since then as well. And you can tell when, or at least I can tell when baby gets older, that he definitely knows a lot better now what to do. I think it's working very well right now. And actually yesterday was the first time that I managed to successfully breastfeed in the baby carrier, in my Ergo baby carrier. I've tried a few times before, but it just didn't work out. And I think well, partly it's because I needed more practice, of course, but also I think that it was kind of good that I took a few weeks off from trying, because now that Theo's older, he latches on better and he knows what to do and stuff. So yeah, that was very exciting that I managed to do that yesterday, and I'm definitely gonna keep doing that, because I feel like if I can nurse him like walking around the grocery store or whatever, and just like have him in the carrier and with a what's it called with just a cover over him, that would make things life much more, well, much less complicated, I guess. And then for my emotional state, I guess hormones are kind of dying down now. Not the breastfeeding hormones, of course, but you know, postpartum and everything. And I do feel a bit more even in my mood and in my emotional state, and I don't really have any complaints. With my last pregnancy, or like post-pregnancy, I had some attachment issues with Tyrion, and I haven't felt anything like that with Theo. So I'm very, very grateful and thankful to just the universe that I got to get attached to him so quickly and don't have to have that on top of everything else. And that's probably the thing that I am most happy about with this postpartum journey, that I have such a good bond with Theo. I'm so happy about that. And something that's quite connected to emotions is sleep. I don't sleep a lot, but I think I'm getting like a good amount of sleep for someone who has a baby. It's just that I don't sleep very long stretches at a time, of course, and that's kind of the hardest thing. So right now, at least, Our kind of nighttime routine is that Theo goes to bed, well, he falls asleep around 9:30ish, sometimes without a fuss, sometimes with a fuss. He's making some noises, but we'll see for how long we can last. The reason I'm talking so fast is because I'm just worried that he's gonna get sad. But yeah, he goes to bed around 9:30, and probably I should go to bed then as well, but I don't, because, well, first off, I need to edit the vlog. I always edit before I go to bed, so that's something I need to do. And then usually it's like I want to work out, or I want to do the dishes, or I want to hang out with Michael, or you know, whatever you need to do. Sometimes I need to study if I haven't gotten much done during the day, and so I do not go to bed when baby goes to bed, even though I know that I probably should. So I usually fall asleep around maybe 11:30, somewhere around there, kind of depending on if it's a weeknight or not. And then I usually get maybe 2 hours of sleep. Theo usually wakes up around 1. Sometimes a bit earlier, sometimes a bit later, but usually around 1. So maybe 2 hours of sleep there, sometimes a bit more. And then he wakes up pretty much every 2 hours throughout the night. So, but that's just the way it is as a new mom, and I'm not gonna complain. I also try to sleep during the day, but usually I don't. I just had a 7-minute power nap with Theo sleeping on me, and then he woke up and was like, I don't want to sit down, because he hates it when we're sitting with him. He usually wants us to be walking around when we have him in our arms. So yeah, 7 minutes is better than nothing, but definitely I get most of my sleep throughout the night. And the next thing I want to talk about is working out. As I said in my last update, I really looked forward to being able to work out again, and the mark is kind of 6 weeks. That's where you can start doing workouts again, not just walking. And I really wanted to work out at 6 weeks, but I had a cold, and a very persistent cold at that, so I think I started working out around 9 weeks or 10 weeks even, because I just couldn't kick that stupid cold. I was coughing and I was sneezing and everything. So I have only been working out for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, but I feel like I'm doing good. And for now I'm dancing in my living room, and I think it's fun, and I'm so happy that I can work out again finally. Shout out to this little one who's just happily in his swing. He knows that mama needs to make a video, I think. And the next thing I want to talk about is weight. I haven't lost a bunch since the last update, but right now I'm at 64.7 kilos, which is about 3.7 kilos from my original weight before I got pregnant. So that's kind of what I have left to go. And I'm actually having a bit of a bet with my dad. He wants to lose a couple of kilos as well before the summer. And we've decided that before the 1st of June, we are gonna get to our goal weight, which is 61 kilos for me, because that's what I weighed when I got pregnant. And we also said that the one who reaches their goal first will give the other person like a night without kids, or an evening without kids, because he has young kids as well, my little sisters. So I'm definitely gonna win, because that means that he and his wife are gonna take Theo and Tyrion for a night, and maybe Michael and I can go for a romantic dinner, or I don't know, just do something, just the two of us, which doesn't happen because we're always with our kids. So that's exciting, and that's it for weight, because I don't really have much to say about it. I'm just trying to work out, trying to eat healthy. And then we have another TMI topic, sex. I have been told that after about 6 weeks, I'm sorry, that's my phone, I'll put it to silent. After about 6 weeks from having a baby, you can start having sex if you want to. And I have to admit that we are 3 months out, and it hasn't happened just yet. And that is, to be honest, that's just me not prioritizing it at all. When the kids are asleep and everything is like cleaning and everything is done, I want to sleep. And I know that I should probably prioritize the whole sex thing a bit more, and I will eventually. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of sad, because since we've been going through these infertility journeys, the emphasis has been on getting pregnant. So for me, every time that we did have sex, I was like, it was to get pregnant for me. That's basically what it got to at the end, or actually at the beginning as well. I've been so focused on getting pregnant that it's taken away the other important parts of having sex. So I think I just need to get back into it, I guess, which sounds kind of silly, but just to do it in a carefree way. And we're actually gonna get into the last thing, well, the next to last thing, which is connected to what we just talked about, and that is more kids. Yes, I do want more kids, and Michael kind of goes along with what I want. He doesn't really have a preference, and it's been like that always. He didn't really care that much if we had a kid or not, and then when I wanted a second one, he was like, if you want a second one, fine, it doesn't really matter to me. And obviously, of course, I wouldn't force him into having more kids, but it's really like I said, he's like, meh, doesn't really matter. So I'm kind of the decider as long as we can afford it and everything. And as far as how I feel right now, I definitely want more kids. I kind of want, shush, the cat wants to join us. You are our kid too, but we want more human babies. Yeah. Well, yes, I do want more kids. I don't really remember where I left off, but I'm assuming that we're gonna have to do IVF again. So my plan is to start saving up for IVF as soon as I get a job, which will be in January of 2018, because that's when I graduate. And then I'm hoping that I can have all the money saved up by like the beginning of the next year, so 2019, and start doing IVF treatments then. But then of course it also depends on where we are at. If we are about to move to a new house, maybe we will do that first and stuff like that. But I'm hoping that maybe I can be pregnant sometime in 2019 if we're lucky. That's my wish. So yeah, that's it for kids. And then the last thing, that's the belly shot. So this is the worst shirt for belly shots. I'm just gonna pull it up. That's the belly from the front. Here's from the side. So it definitely has gotten a bit smaller since the last update, but still have, I mean, I would like to feel a bit more slim, but I don't care that much. And then we have the stretch marks, which are right here. And I think, I mean, I've been telling myself that they haven't really faded at all, but I just watched my last video just to kind of be updated on it, and I feel like they were more pronounced and more visible at 3 weeks than they are now, but I'm not sure. You tell me. But I think so. Ugh. Okay, let's get all these back on. There we go. Well, that's gonna be it for today's vlog, but first off, let's just take another look at this beautiful little baby. He's being so good. I don't think he's ever been in the swing for this long without getting sad. So yeah, props to him. And now he's starting to get anxious. Please like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more of our daily family vlogs, and we will see you tomorrow. And thank you for watching today. Hej då!